Bologna State and head coach Giovanni Rigatoni are off to a 6-0 start so far this season, with some huge wins already against top-tier opponents. They continue Season 3 in search of another victory in the Big 12 as they go on the road against a tough 4-2 BYU squad. Coach Rigatoni will need to put together another masterclass in play calling to keep his 74 overall squad in the hunt for a national championship, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. Bologna State currently sits number 3 in the country, and they lead a highly competitive Big 12 conference that features 4 teams in the top 25 and 3 undefeated schools. Bologna State's opponents this season are a combined 48-33, but that hasn't stopped them from some dominating wins. Can they keep their momentum alive in Week 8 and dominate on both sides of the ball? This is the Rigatoni recipe, a college football dynasty played on Heisman difficulty using the default cupcake roster, all from the former coach's perspective. So smash that like button to go 7-0, hit subscribe if you love learning football insights, or just leave a comment if you've ever been to Utah, because honestly I've heard it's beautiful there. Let's get started. BYU runs a sub-nickel defense with a 4-2-5 over and under front, as well as some 3-3-5 formations. Think of it similar to how Seattle plays defense in the NFL. They're going to need the talent to execute this, or we'll be able to find some holes. On offense, they run a ton of shotgun spread stuff with 2x2 formations and trips in a variety of different ways. So our defense is going to come with several methods for handling these plays so we can put them in bad situations. In terms of their roster, quarterback's pretty good. They have some decent running backs. Receiver is okay. They're not really great at tight end and offensive line, so that's a weakness that we'll definitely take advantage of, especially based on their spread formations. On the defensive front, I don't think their front is all that good. Linebacker play isn't the best, but they're not going to use it a lot. They don't have as much depth as you'd like to see for a team that runs a sub-nickel, so we should be able to take advantage of this on offense.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence.
So here we go. This is a very important game for this season, and it's critical that the defense started to come together. Bologna State's offense has been really good all season, but the defense has been really hit or miss. So we're going to really try to lock in on that side of the ball this week. Really creative play calling, mixing up our fronts, our stunts, all kinds of razzle-dazzle. Let's see if we can keep BYU on their toes and play really good fundamental defense. Because defensive coordinator Nate Faines is definitely on the hot seat right now, but Coach Giovanni Rigatoni had a good conversation with him this week about what he expects from this defensive unit. So let's see what happens. And as always, we need the offense to play well, but I expect that they will. So here we go. First drive of the game, first play of the game. We're going cover 4 quarters because we think there's an opportunity for us to match up to the 2x2. They thread the needle on the seam ball to get a quick gain of 9. Then on second down, we're going to try to overload the front to the field on the pressure. They're able to run into the boundary and get a nice gain. Both teams really just feeling each other out at this point. First and 10, they're going empty formation. We're going to run a cover 4 palms because we feel like we'll have the opportunity to box up everything they're looking to do here. They try to go underneath with the throw. Only a small gain of 4. Second and 6. Again, going back to the cover 4 palms because they're running their trips formation. We got everything bottled up. Check out the corner. Able to read it perfectly and make a jump on the ball. We get a quick interception to start the game. Love it. By the way, if you have any questions on how to play any defense or offense in the game, I suggest you watch my video where I broke all of that down. First drive on offense for us. We're going power. We said this would be available. Let's see if it is.
Smashes through the tackle. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Give me that Spider salute. It is a quick 7-0 lead. So they're going with a twin tight end 2x2 formation. We're going to go with our 40 front against that with a cover 1 hole. We just feel like we've got everything bottled up from that set. Then we go second and 8. You can see we're going to go penny, saw blitz. It's kind of that old diamond front that we ran a lot last season, but it really allows free range for that middle linebacker. It's very hard to block him in a single back set. Then third and 9, we feel like we're going to be able to cover the sticks here with a Tampa 2. You can see we drop out into this. I have no idea how the corner did not make a play here, but they're able to get the first down. We go nickel over, cover 4 palms into the trips formation, and you can just see the run fits here are perfect, right? That beautiful waterfall of Bologna State defenders. Looking really good. Another pressure here from the field. We wanted to do this early in the game, especially on second down where we thought they would run. They do fall into the trap that time. And then on 3rd and 12, we show the all-out pressure with the mid-blitz. We drop out of it. He panics and throws a deep ball down the field, and he's not able to make the catch. So our offense back on the field, we're right back into the I formation. We just felt like they didn't have the players to be able to defend this. We tried a deep shot here, actually, to James, and he wasn't able to make the catch. So on 2nd and 10, We go with a 3 tight end look, and it's Davidson. Heisman candidate. This guy's been so good for us this season. And then it's back to the power game in Bo Jackson. He's not able to get a lot there, but we want to keep him honest. 2nd and 9, we go with an inside trap. Davidson reads it perfectly. Another huge gain. 1st and 10, looking underneath, we throw the mesh pattern. It's our boy CJ Peaks, who does not have a touchdown yet this season, but he's played really well. And then who do you give the ball to? Teague. 2nd and inches, he's able to get us a 1st down and get it to 1st and goal. We go power again. This time it's Davidson. He's able to get a couple of yards. And then 2nd and goal. RPO slings it out there to the sideline. He's not able to make it. So then 3rd and goal. Looking underneath, able to dot it to Jackson, and we're in again. Give me that spider salute. Yeah. 14-0 Bologna State. Their next drive out, we're going to bring pressure with the linebacker here and play some man coverage and a single high safety behind it. Again, we just felt like there's some weaknesses on the offensive line and some weaknesses with their skill guys. I love this call here on 2nd and 16. Again, showing the mug, but we're going to drop out of it and stunt behind it. You can see how the defensive end gets a free release, forces a really quick throw. And then 3rd and 14, we go with a load front. We bring the linebacker up to get a one-on-one across the entire offensive line. The tackle misses their assignment, and we end up with the defensive end rushing free. Easy 1st down for us. And then our next drive out, it's Davidson. He's loose.
Got the 1st down and more. It's a seam wide open.
And so how do you finish a drive when you're inside the 5? You run a jet sweep, of course. No, you run it with Matt Maribel. He's able to pound it in 21-0. Get up, get up, get up. Give me that salute. Let's go. Yikes. 21-0 Bologna State. So we go with a simulated pressure now into the bunch because we felt like if we blitz the bunch, he's going to throw it quick, but he might make a mistake there. They end up running the ball, but we still have solid run fits there, so it's all good. 2nd and 9, we try to go with a cloud coverage, see if we can confuse them a little bit with a flat defender in the boundary. They motion that way, so we should be able to lock everything up, and we do. Again, he's just got nowhere to go down the field. Ends up taking another sack. We go with a sugar look here. Again, we're just trying to create one-on-one situations for our rushers so they can run, and they're just giving up at this point. Quarterback draw on 3rd and 13. That ain't going to go anywhere. So 1st and 10, our next drive out. Inside ISO, Davidson. He's loose again.
He gets it to the...
More fullback, more 1990s football. They just did not have the personnel to deal with this, and they didn't have any formations to deal with this. That's one of the weaknesses of this sub-nickel defense, especially if you don't have Emin Worry playing safety. You can't really do this effectively. So Bo Jackson is wiggling around. He gets it down to 1st and goal. We go to the I formation again. We try to hit the mesh concept to see if we can get them guessing, and not there. 2nd and goal, we go play action. Again, not really available. We try to hit the leak on the running back out of the backfield, but it was taking too long to get down there. So 3rd and goal now. Looking underneath, not the best throw in the world. So we unfortunately have to kind of give up here and kick a field goal, but we are going to take our points 24-0. So we go back to our cover 1 hole from our 40 front here. Thought they actually made a decent play to be able to get a good run block there. Get it down to 2nd and 3. Heavy edge pressure now. See if we can contain the quarterback, and we do. We're able to get him on the ground for a loss of 1. And then we go with a bracket switch here on 3rd and 4. I actually thought we had the fit that we wanted, but unfortunately we're not able to make the play there. 1st and 10, we go with a Tampa 2 invert. See if we can catch him guessing on a little bit. I did think this underneath route should have been covered by our corner who was there. That was the design of the play. 2nd and 5, we're going cover 4 palms. We got our lurk safety, everything bottled up. He tries to go underneath. He is able to make the catch, but he fumbles the ball, so we're able to get another turnover. Kind of fortunate there, but we'll take it where we can get it. And so we're right back in the I formation. Bologna State mixing it up here on 2nd and 7 to try to get Matt Maribel in the game. He doesn't do very well, so we're down to 3rd and 12, 2-minute warning. We're going to go with this flood concept, looking first to circle with the speed. Desmond James, he's able to catch it. He gets it down just short, so it's 4th and 1, and what do? You get it to Teague and let him do what he does.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
You know, oftentimes
31-0. So we go with a simulated pressure here away from the trips to try to get the quarterback to rush a throw, and he does. So he's only able to get a couple yards there to get a 2nd and 5. Again, we're going to go cover 6 here, and we're doing that to the field so we can kind of lock everything up on the field side. Able to cover it nicely, so we get it down to a 3rd and 1. Cover 1 hole. We liked our matchup here. We felt like this was a good call on a 3rd and short. Able to get everything bottled up. He had time to throw it down the field. Defense is there to make the stop, so we get him off the field again. Bologna State with the next drive. We wanted to consider being aggressive here. Little scary on this throw, but somehow we were able to actually make the catch, which is crazy. And then on 2nd and 5, diving through the air. What a great grab there by James. 1st and 10. Dumps it off to the running back to try to get us some yards and get out of bounds. We still got 3 timeouts. 27 seconds here. Trying to get the running back out of the backfield. He's not there. We go underneath the peaks. He's able to get a 1st down. Bunch formation here on 1st and 10. Nothing there, so we dump it off to the running back. He's able to get out of bounds. 16 seconds left. Smash concept. He's got him. It's a terrible throw. Throw that ball to the pylon there. Holding, though, on the offense, so we're bringing it back 10. We go with a screen pass. It's Bo Jackson. He's loose, but there's another flag on the field. It's another holding call. Back it up again. So we get to 2nd and 22 with 5 seconds left. We go 4 verticals. Didn't really love what was available there, and we go to the half with the lead. First play of the second half, what do? I formation. Power. They just can't seem to stop it. 3 tight ends. We're looking down the field. It's our boy Guntherson who's making a huge play down the field. And then we got 1st and 10 inside ISO. It's Davidson. Even when you stop him, you don't stop him. He's able to get a gain of 3. Play action fake on the rollout. You got James down the field.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Let me know in the comments if you went to this game, because the Bologna State student section, they saw a lot of action in that corner of the end zone. 1st and 10 for BYU coming out. We went with a nickel trap. They were able to run against it. That's fine. We got some pressure here coming from the field. He's coming a long way, though, so I tried to bring him in myself because I don't really like him lined up all that way. Pressure didn't really get there, but we're still able to lock up the coverage pretty well. 3rd and 4, mug look. Are we bringing pressure? Are we dropping out of it? It's that confusion that we tried to create, but they ran it here, which was actually a good counter to that play, and they're able to get a good chunk of yardage. We go with another nickel 2 trap to try to see if we can lock him up. We set the flat corner to the field. Again, everything bottled up. He just can't find a guy, and it's a 3rd stack of the game. 2nd and 17, we go Palms. We've got our lurk safety on the single receiver side. Inside running game, we miss on the play. Not a good look for the safety, so we get it down to 3rd and 4. Another nickel 2 trap. We're running this to the short side of the field because the nickel has a short way to go to get in the backfield. Pressure doesn't get there. We miss our assignment, and the slant hits underneath for a gain. So BYU finally driving a little bit here. They go to the bunch. We blitz the bunch. We force a quick throw. It's 2nd and 10. He drops the ball. We're looking at a cover 1. We're manned up everywhere. We're bringing a little bit of pressure. They try to run inside. They're able to just squeak around and dance his way through, and he gets the first points of the game for BYU. Little upsetting there. So we're back on offense. Stretch play. 3 tight ends. Then what do you do on 2nd down? Fullback. Davidson. It's just continuing on and on and on. And then you got 3rd and 3. You go with Teague. What does he do? The power guy. Able to get us a 1st down. And then on 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's loose again. Able to get caught from behind. 1st and 10, we go inside ISO to Teague, and he's loose. This BYU defense has just given up at this point. We go with a counter to Bo Jackson. He's able to get 7 yards. Taylor Harris gets hurt, unfortunately. And then it's power to Davidson. Yikes. Give me that Spider salute. 45-7. So now we go cover 1 again on the defense, and we're just cleaning up at this point. It's still the 3rd quarter, and there's 2 minutes left in this game. But defensively, we've been playing so good. 40 front, 2 tight ends, cover 1. They ran this motion earlier. We actually saw this play earlier. They ran this inside run. It was the exact same thing. We ran the exact same play, and we defended it perfectly. 3rd and 5, we're going cover 1 press. because we feel like they're going to go to the sticks, so we want our guys up in their face to defend that early throw, and that congestion makes it really hard for them to throw a good ball. We're able to get off the field again. So Bologna State offense back on the field, inside trap. We got Ty Hardy in the game now, and we got Matabuki playing quarterback, so we're going to give some guys a look here, especially given the fact that we've got such a huge lead. Unfortunately, though, 3rd and 7, we dropped the ball, so a very quick 3 and out for our backups there. BYU's next drive out, they go 2 tight ends, 4 verticals. We're running cover 1. I actually almost completely ruined that play, I'm going to be honest, but the fact that he stepped out of bounds is pretty huge. We're sticking in cover 1 here. We just feel like our matchups are good. It gives us good run fits. We didn't really think that they had the ability to break a huge play against our man coverage, so we sat in this for a little bit in this drive. Get them down to a 2nd and 8. Again, another cover 1. Great job by the linebacker flowing to the backfield. 3rd and 14. We mug. We back out of it. The pressure's there. Quarterback doesn't know where to go. He throws it underneath. They're off the field again. And so what do? You put Ty Hardy in the game, but it don't matter who the players are. We just keep running power. And so now he goes underneath to CJ Peaks, who's in the game. We wanted to give him some playing time. Again, it's an underneath run here to Ty Hardy on 1st down. He's able to get a few. Matabuki hands it off. Bo Jackson, he's loose again. Cuts and weaves and dodges. Another 1st down for Bologna State, and then it's inside ISO to Ty Hardy. If you remember last year, he played well when he gets his playing time, and then it's Teague able to barrel through again. He gets a nice chunk, and then you got Teague in the game again. Another great run inside. Another ISO. We just keep pounding, and Ty Hardy's able to get another gain to get it to 1st and goal. And so what do? You get Teague. Powers ahead. Gets it down to the inch line. We're able to burn a little bit of clock here and kick a field goal. We had no interest in running it up on them. 1st and 10. Kind of last gas here. We bring some pressure from the boundary because, again, it's the short side of the field. Quarterback saw it, and he went the other way. That was pretty smart. 2nd and 8. Essentially going to be the last play of the game. We bring an all-out pressure because why not? Especially if they're spreading everybody out. Pressure gets home. They do throw a flag. Unfortunately, there's a holds for BYU trying to stop the madness, so they somehow get another play. I don't know that that's actually the rule, but they throw it up down the field. We're able to get the stop. So Bologna State, head coach Giovanni Rigatoni with a masterclass on offense and defense, 48-7. Really good game plan here, especially on the ground game. Just knew that they didn't have the guys to kind of match up with that I formation power running game. It's really why Coach Rigatoni a season and a half ago put that in the playbook. If you remember early on, we didn't even have those plays to use, but a large reason we did that was to face teams like this who didn't have it in their playbook. And defensively, really needed to play well, only giving up 1 touchdown today. It was a good sign for them to show up and really do what they did at a high level. You can see the running game was really not there. The passing game was not good at all, only 54 yards. No touchdowns through the air. Again, the running game looks better because he had a big run, but really for all intents and purposes, running game wasn't very good. And Bologna State, on the ground, just absolutely a machine. Bullock played well. He threw 2 touchdowns, 146 yards, but look at the variety. Davidson, Jackson, Teague, everything going well. Thank you all for watching. We did get some commits this week with Kevin Landers. See you next Tuesday. We're out of here.